3rd and 7. Patty, end zone.
Harris will keep. Splits the two defenders to the 10-5. Harris scores.
Pat does a great job coaching defense. They always have weapons on offense. They can run it. Got an outstanding quarterback and receiving crew and tight ends. They're very successful throwing the football. Probably a little more balanced than what they've been in the past. There's a reason they were Coastal Division champions a year ago, and this team is much like the team they had a year ago. So I can't say enough about their program. We hadn't been as successful as we'd like to be against them, but this is this year.
Davis, Matthews, got it! Pickett caught it!
Those edges will bend and collapse on Henderson.
They're terrific, 24 sacks, second in the country. The only thing maybe more devastating than a sack in a game is a turnover. So I think the turnover ratio and the sack ratio are going to be a big part of this football game.
It's on to Duke, and we're playing a 3-1 Duke football team that lost to the #1 team in the country in the opener. Had 450 yards of offense, I believe, that day. Gave Duke problems, offensively as you watch the tape. They struggled to cover some of their guys, across the board. And again, Coach Cutcliffe does a great job. He's one of the best in the country. He's a quarterback guru.
Another quick one. It's caught inside the 10 and into the end zone.
This Quentin Harris, the quarterback this year, who was kind of a wildcat guy a year ago, is a really, really good football player. He's very accurate with his passes. He can run. They'd like to run him. I think he's their leading rusher as well.
Here's the pressure up the middle. Tagovailoa, they had him, and he can't escape. Tua Tagovailoa is dropped. It's Kobe Kwanzaa again.
Defensively, they got 8 returning starters, and Ben Albert, one of the co-defense coordinators I've known for a long time, and I think they're about as good as they've been ever that I've seen a Duke football team on defense. So, again, 8 returning starters. You would think that would be the case up front. And I think they got some guys.
If we match up physically well with them, it'll be a war. Conditioning comes into play, mental conditioning comes into play, physicality is going to come into play. That's the beauty of these conference matchups. Each week it's going to be a new and sometimes bigger challenge. This one is definitely new and bigger.
Nobody cares what we did against Delaware. Nobody cares about Central Florida, the Pitt Special. Nobody cares about the week before or the week before that. Right now, all I care about is Duke.